despite being one of the most highly rated shows in recent years. And with 46 nominations under its belt, the Netflix hit didn't score at least once during the recent Emmys. Because of this, Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul fans are rioting over lead actor Bob Odenkirk's Emmy snub. What else do we know about this recent event, and how have the actors responded to the Emmy snub? Find out all about this and more in today's video, so make sure you keep watching if you don't want to miss out. As of recent, fans of Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad are rioting over Bob Odenkirk's Emmy snub. The 74th annual Primetime Emmy Awards featured some outstanding wins this year, from Zendaya to Quinta Brunson. But on the other hand, one series' enormous loss infuriated its fan base. Succession, a popular show on HBO Max, defeated Better Call Saul on AMC in the competition for Outstanding Drama Series. The popular Breaking Bad spinoff, starring Bob Odenkirk, wrapped up its 6th and last season earlier this summer. In August, the program received a whopping 46 Emmy nominations throughout its amazing existence, but it never took home a trophy. The quick snub this year was particularly hard on fans, who were at their hottest on Twitter. The indignation over the series' latest defeat was captured in one widely shared tweet that read, "Better Call Saul has been nominated for 46 Emmys. 46, and they never won. Not one. What other prequels are good, let alone a masterpiece that almost surpasses the original? Greatest prequel of all time. What a sick joke." Better Call Saul supporters flooded the tweet with emoji nods, and others used the opportunity to reassure disappointed viewers that there might still be a possibility for a victory. One fan even wrote on Twitter, "They have next year. The final 6 episodes are eligible then." Fans passionately believe that the series merits one last honor, which is understandable. Breaking Bad set a very high standard for its spin-off prequel, with a level of fan fervor that is uncommon and only comparable to legendary shows like Game of Thrones. Better Call Saul, on the other hand, met with just that, and some even said that it was better than the original. Furthermore, following the Better Call Saul season finale on August 15th, Bob posted a tearful farewell on Twitter. "We came out of maybe a lot of people's favorite show ever, and we could have been hated for simply trying to do a show," the actor said in the video. "But we weren't. We were given a chance, and hopefully we made the most of it." Despite the Emmy snub, Bob Odenkirk seems to put it all behind him, since now he's focused on exploring other ventures. What's even more surprising is that the actor is set on starting his Jackie Chan-style action career. Find out what Bob Odenkirk has to say about this and more by tuning in. The Better Call Saul actor should call his trainer, since he's determined to play the action movie hero. The Emmy Award winner admitted that his performance as Lawyer Saul in the Breaking Bad prequel series served as inspiration for his hitman role in Nobody, while presenting Cecilia Minucci's Worlds Apart at the 2022 Venice Film Festival. "I was very surprised by Nobody. I had initiated that project because I had a feeling that the character I was developing in Better Call Saul was the kind of character you see in an action film," the actor told Deadline. He has earnest desires and he was willing to sacrifice himself. Odenkirk also disclosed that he continues to train several times per week, and that if he has his way, the public will see him performing more action. "I found the action sequences a great deal of fun and close to doing sketch comedy," he said. "I love the early Jackie Chan films, which had humor in them. I'd like to get that in the future." In the spirit of amusing action scenes, Odenkirk said that it almost seems like people enjoy watching elderly folks lose their wits, and he thinks it's interesting that everyone seems to think that way. Odenkirk previously revealed to the New York Times that the 2 actual break-ins he suffered served as the basis for Nobody. The actor went on to say that he hoped for a trilogy in which his character loses everything because he destroys everything he holds dear. David Leitch, the co-director of John Wick and the filmmaker of Bullet Train, produced Nobody, which had its premiere in 2021. Leitch announced earlier this year that Derek Kolstad is writing a sequel to Nobody, with Ilya Naishuller serving as the director once more. Leitch, the producer, also shared that they're in the script process, and he thinks they had so much fun producing that he thinks everyone's extremely enthused about it, and that everyone involved is like full steam ahead. It's happening because he and co-producer Kelly McCormick had a blast. The actors had a blast, and the studio enjoyed the results. He affirmed that it is taking place as quickly as possible. Director Naishuller earlier told IndieWire that Odenkirk spent 2 years in training to play nobody Hutch Mantle, who is out for vengeance after a brutal crime takes place in his suburban community. He claimed that although most people don't mind when an actor hires a stuntman to perform their stunts for them, the director despises it. He was therefore really fortunate that he could shoot it like a proper film, and not simply a very movie-like stuntman shake cut every half a second thanks to Bob Odenkirk's training. Every cut they make in the movie is one that they chose to make rather than one that was required, and for a filmmaker, that is a beautiful, wonderful position to be in. And in even more recent news, the People's Joker just cast Bob Odenkirk in the unofficial DC movie. The setup has been provided, but it's still unclear whether the People's Joker will end up as a joke. The unauthorized film, which stars one of DC Comics' most well-known villains, was abruptly removed from the schedule at the Toronto International Film Festival, shocking audiences. The reason given was was rights concerns. There has only been one screening of the film. The low-budget film portrays the Genesis tale of the purple-suited clown from a transgender perspective. Much like 2019's blockbuster Joker, the Joker's comedy routines fail because no one laughs, which sets off a chain reaction of moral and identity difficulties. Unpacking the People's Joker will undoubtedly take some time. A well-known antagonist who identifies as LGBTQIA+, a crucial role for an illegal comedy club in Gotham City, and DC villains who appear throughout the narrative. But the one question that lingers in the minds of viewers is, how did Bob Odenkirk, star of the hugely popular series Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad, wind up in this small independent film? Perry Nemiroff, a reporter for Collider, got down with director Vera Drew and posed precisely this topic. Drew acknowledged that it was surreal to have him on board and detailed how it came about. Odenkirk's character, Bob the Goon, was always in the script, according to Drew, but it was never clear who could fill the position because it wasn't a very well developed one. What famous Bobs do I kind of recognize? Drew asked herself, and one of them was Odenkirk because they had collaborated on Birthday Boys. But she was too frightened to approach him and instead tried to phone Tim Heidecker. Drew remarked that she was certain Heidecker had a set number of favors remaining with the actor. Heidecker connected it, and he spoke with Odenkirk over the phone for exactly a half hour, during which time they discussed the role. Drew continued to describe how Odenkirk listened to her rant about all his lofty theories about this forbidden movie, and that all he wanted was for, "I'll do it. I want to do it. I think it's great. I think you're great. But just make me look kind of give me a big scar, something." Odenkirk isn't the only one whose inclusion in The People's Joker occurred nearly by accident. When Drew was getting ready to get the movie made, the director created a recruiting movie and offered to use footage from previous DC movies and deep fakes, but would also cast people to play their favorite Batman characters if they so desired. However, as the cease and desist order that was filed today implies, Warner Bros. Doesn't necessarily view it that way. In the video, the filmmaker makes it clear that the objective is to create something that doesn't qualify as copyright infringement. We have to wait for a final decision before watching this story, which, as Drew describes it in the recruitment video, is a metaphor for transition and mental health. Drew is currently in a legal battle with massive corporations Warner Bros. And DC Comics to determine whether the film can be legally distributed in theaters across the nation and eventually on streaming platforms. And on that note, we're wrapping up today's video about Better Call Saul and several related news about Bob Odenkirk. So, what do you think? Are you excited for a Nobody sequel? Let us know in the comment section below. But before you go, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to our channel with the notification bell on for more videos like these, and we'll see you again next time. Thanks for watching.